It's a 1989 Chevy Caprice. What color?
Blue.
4-door?
Yes.
Any other descriptors? Okay. My name's Catherine Reed. I'm an agent with the Kentucky Bureau of Investigation. This is
Detective Gaines, Warren County Sheriff's Department.
and I'm completing the consent now to search your vehicle. Once I complete that, I'll read it to you and give you an opportunity to sign. You got the time? Okay. Right here. Do you want to read it or do you want me to read it to you?
That's fine. You read to me.
Okay, it's consent to search. It says, I hereby consent to a complete search of the premises, property, or vehicle located at, and I'll put the address that's here because it's located in our parking lot outside, and more particularly described as blue 4-door 89 Chevy Caprice. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And that is your vehicle?
Yes.
The one you drove here tonight. I grant this consent to Catherine Reed, Agent KBI, Philip Gaines, Warren County Sheriff's Office, known to me to be an agent of the Office of the Attorney General, and to such other officers deemed necessary to assist. I know that I have a right to refuse to consent, and I voluntarily give up that right. I know that the agent does not have a search warrant. I have not been threatened or coerced in any way, nor have I been promised any favor or benefit. I have read this consent form, or it has been read to me, and I understand it. The date is October 17th, 2007, and the time is 20:18 hours.
Yes.
Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
I need you to speak up.
I do.
I'm going to need, let me get something to cut that zip tie off. Something to cut that off, so. You're going to get those cut off of you. That make you feel better? Get
Yeah.
that off. Shoulder sore?
A little bit.
You need to use the restroom or anything before we go any further?
I just need to make a phone call.
Hey, sir. You stand up. Move this way. Back up here. Back up a little further.
Now be careful.
I don't know if this is gonna do this.
Huh?
I don't know if this is gonna do it or not.
You mean hold that?
Like this. And sharpen it. Depends on that.
Okay. Have a seat, sir.
Is there assumption of how long I'm staying in here?
Well, I need to get some information from you. And then we'll get you lodged in the jail. I'd like to talk to you, but before we do that, we'll have to go over some paperwork, okay? You thirsty?
I don't deserve anything right now.
Okay, well, you let me know when you think you might need a drink of water or something. We'll try and take care of that for you.
You know how many times I wanted to just click that X out.
What, you talking about the computer?
Yeah.
Did you find something?
They're bringing some colors.
How does this work in this state? Is it can you tell me what the charge and all that stuff is?
I'll go over that with you in just a minute. I need to get this paperwork taken care of before we go any further, okay? Who was going to do it?
They sent somebody. I don't know who exactly.
Okay. I don't know about you, but my mouth's dry. I've been talking all day. Sure you don't want a drink? It's good and cold. Got a little dirty there. I tell you what, we'll go ahead and, you think you can sign
I can sign
the way you are? Huh?
I can sign stuff.
Okay. Right here's where your signature will go. Can you get to it? You act like you've done this before.
I've never been like
You want me to
this.
help you? You need it like that?
I gotta move them down. So.
Move that one down. Mind if I print your name below there for you?
That's fine.
See, you're having a little difficulty.
It says different on my address on my ID because I've been trying to get the computer to send me the DMV, but they never done it yet. So I just been using the same one I had before, but it's
We'll get you taken care of in just a second.
You gonna take it in?
Oh, yeah.
Step up there.
Let's step up here. Just step backwards.
Keep coming back.
There you go. Step on back.
Come on back.
On back.
Go back.
There we go. Just hold. You gonna get that too? All right. You go ahead and have a seat. Is that better?
yeah.
You ready for some water now? Yeah? Okay. Let's get your address on here. I'm going to turn my recorder on here, okay? So that I have a record of what we've talked about and what we haven't, and there's no misinterpretation that can happen that way, okay? Whenever I turn it on, I'm going to say the date and the time and where we are and have you state your name and all your information, okay? Today's date is October 17th, 2007. We are in Bowling Green, Kentucky. I'm Agent Catherine Reed with Kentucky Bureau of Investigation. I'm currently with, please state your name. Okay, I'm going to need you to speak up a little bit for the recording so if somebody listens to it, they can identify your voice. Okay, and state your address. Okay, and I need your social security number. Your date of birth. And also present and participating in the interview is Detective Gaines with the Warren County SO's office. We've already obtained a consent to search your vehicle. Is that correct? I'll get it. And there it is. What I need to do now is read you your Miranda warning, okay? Are you familiar with this process? Okay. Before you ask any questions, you should know your rights. You may remain silent. Anything you say may be used against you in court or in any other proceedings. You have the right to consult an attorney before you make any statement or answer any question, and you may have your attorney with you during the questioning. You may request the court to appoint an attorney for you if you cannot afford to hire one. You may stop the questioning at any time by refusing to answer any further questions or by requesting a consultation with your attorney. And the next portion says, I have had the above statement of my rights read and explained to me at, you got the time?
20-30 hours.
20-30 hours, October 17th.
October the 18th.
You're messing with me, aren't you? 18th. Sorry, for the record, it is the 18th. Now, right here is a place for your signature, and all this is saying is that you've had these rights explained to you. They've been read to you. Okay, if you can sign there, that's just stating that you've had those read to you. Now, do you go by Travis? Okay. Do you have another name? Middle name?
That's it.
Now, at the bottom here, it says, having the above statement of my rights read and explained to me and fully understanding them, I hereby waive these rights. I do this freely and voluntarily without threat or promise. Now, Travis, I want to talk to you, but I have to have you sign this form saying that you understand your rights and that you're waiving those rights.
I whatever, it's got to be done, yeah.
You'd sign that portion there, and if you'll fill in the time and the date in the slot there, we'll give you the information.
What time is it?
20-32 hours.
32. October 18th. glad you're in here. I had the date all wrong. I was living in yesterday. Okay, Travis, you're going to be taken to the jail once we're finished here, okay? But I need to find out about what brought you here and get some other information from you. Now, you can start and tell me how this started, or I can start asking you questions. This is your opportunity to give me your side of the story.
It's just basically box either come up or I either was in the chat room myself and just
What chat room?
Yahoo.
Yahoo?
Just pure, just fun. That's all I wanted. And obviously I would have thought this somebody that was in the state that she was would have but obviously not. And
In the state that she was, what, I missed something.
she wanted the fun also, you know.
What gave you that impression?
The things that she said. Good actor. Actress.
So you are on Yahoo. Do you frequent that chat room often?
I've been having pleasure with adults in my life. Okay. Pretty much a good 20 years, you know. There's nothing to that to me, but this was something different. And that's where it led to
Different how?
another experience. And that would be her first two. That's all I can say. That's all I can come about. It's just plain and simple. That's the only truth I know. That's it. There's no black or white. It's just one way.
How old was
That's
she?
it. I think 13.
Okay, now you think or you know based on your chat?
I know it was 13. Transcripts are there. That's it.
And what were your intentions when you got here?
I was intentions to be pleasurable and pleasure her, but I might not have done the actual penetration. I just wanted to see how it went. That's all, you know.
Okay, now you're going to have to define pleasurable for me and anybody else who may ask me what we're
fellatio.
talking about.
Fellatio. Having the lady have pleasure below,
Mm-hmm.
and likewise, I guess.
Okay, because the chat that I read didn't talk about much of that. It talked about
Well, that's what I'm saying.
sexual intercourse.
But see, that's how that happens. But that doesn't mean I was going to do it. You know what I mean? So.
But you hope to?
Well, I was just on her, how it would be. You know what I mean? Just play by her ear.
So, were you at your home when you were chatting with her?
Yeah.
Are you married?
I have a girlfriend.
She live with you?
Yeah,
Or do you live with her?
We live together and she lives with me. I mean, same thing.
Do you have kids?
She has a kid.
How old?
5. 5.
Boy, girl,
Boy.
boy. You have a good relationship with him?
Yeah.
So they're at home right now?
Yeah.
Okay. How many computers do you have in your home?
1.
Do you all use it?
Yeah.
Do you have it set up where you only have places that you can look and then they have places that they can look, or how's it set up?
Yeah, just keep my password.
Okay. Kind of walk me through how you get on your computer. Like if you go in and you turn it on, is there a button that you push for Travis? Or
I have a password that I go in on Yahoo myself,
mhm.
and that's basically it.
But not the computer itself. It's not password protected. Just Yahoo. When you access
Nobody
Yahoo.
really gets on the internet but me, and she does things with it like crafts and things like that.
Okay. Does she know you chat?
Yeah, but she didn't know about this. I told her it was a couple.
A couple.
A couple.
Couple of what?
Couple. 2 people. A man and a woman.
That you were coming to see?
Yeah.
For what?
I have pleasure with couples.
So she knows that you travel to have relationships.
Yeah, but I really don't want her life to be ruined either, you know? So,
She's okay with that? With you traveling to have relationships with other people?
we got together and she knew what happens, but
Does she participate sometimes?
she has.
How often?
Not very often, just sometimes. When we first met, she did, but she likes to be with me, but now probably won't be with me at all. Nobody will.
Okay, well, you know, you're in a serious situation here. I'm not going to kid you and tell you you're not, but now we all make mistakes and we're all human, and,
I lose my job already if I don't show up, I guess, anyway. So, I mean, you know.
Well, were you supposed to work tonight?
No, I work in the mornings.
Yeah. Well, you may have some explaining to do when you get out. But you know, it's nothing that you won't live through.
Yeah.
Now, I'd like to help you here if I can. You know, if I can get information from you that helps us get to the truth.
There's not really anything to say but what I told you. That's it.
Okay. Now, have you been in trouble in the past for the same behavior?
There was a girl that I was dating. She gave me a fake ID. She was tall at the time. It was kind of like, basically, I was up there in Delaware and I was working, and she was at a job, and we met. Had our time, and she got in trouble, and she had to tell everything she did. I don't know, I guess they just asked her everything she did the days before that, and we broke up, and next thing I knew, I left to go back to North Carolina where I was at, and the Delaware State Trooper told my dad, and basically my whole family was involved. And
How old were you?
I think 22.
And how old was she?
It said it was 18 on the ID, but I think
You always
6
get
older
ID
kids.
from your girlfriends to see how old they are?
Well, that was my first time being with somebody that I needed to know. But
Well,
unfortunately, it was
help
fake.
me understand how this went down. Did you say, "Hey, let's have sex, but I need to see your ID first"?
No, I asked her about
Because
her
that's the
ID
way I'm
first.
hearing it.
I asked her about her ID first before I started going with her. Because she's tall, but she looked young. I don't know. I was younger then.
Travis, it sounds like you've gotten yourself in one bad situation after another.
That was an accident. This is something I caused.
Okay, so before, you didn't feel like that you could have prevented.
No, because I thought I was in the right. You know.
How
18
long
years
had you
old.
dated her?
I think a couple weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks or so.
Okay.
But then I went
So
back.
what happened with that? Did you get charged and convicted?
Pled to a lesser charge, having sex with a minor, but I never did the other things. You know what I mean? There was 3 counts, and I never done the other 2, but I pled to 1 and they dropped 2. So
Okay, you're gonna have to explain to me what this and this means, cause I'm lost.
okay,
Oral
and anal.
and anal.
I
You
didn't
said
do,
there were 3.
yeah, and I
charges.
guess the kissing part was the 3rd one. I don't know.
They charged you for kissing.
No, I don't know the 3rd one.
Oh.
Whatever that
So
was.
did you have a criminal record after that?
Yeah.
Or did you get a diversion or something like that?
I went to I got a guardian, my grandparents, and they took me in North Carolina, paid a victim's fee in North Carolina. I went back to North Carolina. That's how it worked, and I got a DA, and he pulled a deal, and I went to have probation for 2 years, and one Sunday I called, and I was leaving from North Carolina to go to Mississippi, and it was nobody picked the phone up. So basically, about November of 98 or 97, no, 90. They pulled me over for a speeding ticket, and they checked my criminal record and they said that I've habeas corpus because I didn't call in and I didn't keep up with the probation officer. So I went back and done 37 days in the pen in Delaware, and then after that, that was all I had to do.
So your probation was revoked and you served out.
Yeah, time served. That's what it was.
What about any other charges? Traffic tickets?
Oh yeah, well that usually.
Anything else?
I actually have one. I gotta go to November 7th. I was passing in a double lane to go to work. I was going to pay the $90 and go to court and see if he could reduce it down, but I won't make that one, I guess.
Any other charges? Drugs?
No, I don't do drugs.
Criminal mischief?
No.
Nothing? What type of computer do you own?
Windows Vista. Windows Vista.
Okay. What kind of computer is it? Is it Dell or
It's
Gateway, Compact?
Aspire, I think.
Okay. Is it a laptop or a desktop?
Laptop.
Laptop computer? What else do you have at your house? Do you use a webcam?
I had one, yeah.
You have a webcam. What about a digital camera?
Yeah, I had one.
Okay. And what about any pornography?
Yeah.
What kind of pornography, Travis?
we enjoy together some things, and there's sites that be able to pop up during the time that you look at other things, and that pops up too. Other things.
What other things?
Young girls, but that's I guess that's what probably thwarted the thing. I don't know.
So you and your wife both look at child pornography?
No.
Just you?
I mean, no, I don't even have any of that. You know what I mean? You have to. I don't go looking for that stuff. No.
Okay. Will it be on your computer though, where you have seen it?
I don't know if you really call it a child pornography site. There's no sites I've been to. It's just a bunch of videos, and don't tell how old they are or anything like that.
So you enjoy young girls?
I've never been with a young girl except for that one that was 18. That's the only one young girl I've been with. I dated one, and she stayed with me for a while, but she never worked, so, she went back home.
When was this?
Like 2001 or 2.
How old was she?
18. She was of age.
Where'd she go back home to?
I'm not sure.
You don't know where she lived? She lived
in
with you?
She lived in Lebanon with her mom, and then she moved out on her own. I don't know. That was just...
What was her name?
I don't remember that either.
You lived with this girl and you didn't know her name?
I've had a lot of girlfriends.
Well, I'm sure you have, Travis, but
know.
I want to know this one's name.
I don't know.
Now, I feel like you've been very honest with me so far.
I am.
But for some reason...
I don't know her name. I really don't.
Well, I want you to think about her name. I'm sure if you give it a shot, you can come up with a name for me.
But she was of age. What's it matter there?
Because I want to know her name.
I can see her face, but I can't picture her name.
How long did she live with you?
A couple months.
And you don't do drugs?
Mm-mm.
What about the boy that lives with you? The 5-year-old?
Strictly friend. My girlfriend's son.
He's your friend?
I'm just saying we have a friendly relationship just like my son. You know what I mean?
You understand my concern.
Yeah, all these questions will pop up, I understand.
And the more truthful you are now, the less you'll have to deal with later.
Yeah, all I can tell you is I'm a good father to him, and I made a mistake, and I come down here, and I try to live life. I'll try to work hard. I made a mistake, and that's all I can say. Mistake's gonna cost me probably my everything.
So where do you work?
Parthenon Metals in Laverne, Tennessee.
Parthenon Metals? Is it steel?
Yeah.
Where's the city again?
Laverne.
Laverne.
Just like Laverne and Shirley?
Yeah.
That was a great show, wasn't it?
It's okay.
That and Happy Days.
What do you do there, Travis?
They call a sloop operator. You put steel in a mill, and then it runs through, and you make steel tubing for things like this, truck seats, and ATVs.
How long have you worked there?
9 months, November 11th. Or November something, I can't remember.
How far away is that from Murfreesboro?
30 miles.
30 miles.
I'm gonna go make a copy of this stuff real quick.
Okay.
Oh, I do want to cover something with you real quick. I've got your chat log here. I need you to look at that. And now, is this one here? Is that you?
Yeah.
You want to come and get me 2005?
Yeah.
That's your screen name?
Yeah.
Okay. And that next one, can you read it for me?
Blue butterfly gnat.
Can you speak up?
Blue butterfly gnat.
Is that the person you were chatting with? Okay. And it was yesterday, 10/17?
Yeah.
When you started talking? And you did set a date to come and see her? And you knew she was 13 years old?
Yes.
And you intended to have a pleasurable sexual relationship upon your visit?
Yes.
Okay. I gotta go out and make some copies, and I'm gonna have to complete your citation. I'll bring you a copy of your Miranda warning and your consent to search your vehicle. Now, one thing I want to show you that I did write in here on this piece of paper is that the vehicle is located at Bowling Green Police Department. And I initialed that, so if you can initial that as well, showing that I didn't add or change anything that you weren't aware of. And I'm going to change the date on there as well to the 18th. Just going to mark through that one time.
What is the actual charge? Can you tell me?
It's going to be attempted unlawful transaction with a minor.
Is that bad?
Is that bad? It's a Class C felony.
I know. I'm just saying. Is it worse than what having sex with a minor in 3 degrees? Is that worse?
Every state has their statutes and they're set up differently. I don't know what level that is.
Yeah.
Are you talking about in Delaware? Or is this somewhere else?
At the time, that's what it was. I was just wondering the difference in that here than what I had there. I mean,
It doesn't sound like it would be any different.
Well, I didn't
but-
have the actual penetration part. That's why I was just wondering. You know, it just
Well, that's why it's attempted.
okay.
And it's classified as a Class C felony in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Which Delaware, we're not sure what the
Yeah.
What is that?
degree it is
A
there.
Class C felony is 5 to 10 years. And they'll handle that here, or, I don't know, since you traveled out of state, you may have other issues to think about.
So they'll in Tennessee too.
Now,
So how does that
one
work?
thing that we're going to want to do is look at your computer. I would like to get a consent from you to do that. That would be your call. I can write up the paperwork the same as we did for your vehicle. You can give us consent to go into your home and look at your computer, or take your computer
Would that
in any.
would that would affect what the charge? Would that be worse if I was to say no, because I don't want you to have to bother her?
You know what? I cannot. It's your call as to whether you want us to do that or if we have to pursue other means to do so.
If you wanted to that way, I just didn't want to have her involved in it.
Well, now I'm gonna let you think about it. I gotta go make some copies. I gotta fill out the citation.
I got a cell phone. Can I use it?
Not in here. Once we get you to the jail, you can make calls once they get you processed there. Okay? But what I'm telling you is you have an option to do consent, which always looks good for you because you're cooperating. That's the way I operate in my investigations. I'd rather have consent from you than have to go to somebody else and, say, well, we want a search warrant to get in the door or whatever. But
you go
it's
up there in plain clothes. You have to go up there in a department type thing.
yeah. It's officer safety, Travis.
I know. I'm just saying.
She's gonna find out.
I'm gonna call her and I've got to tell her. I'm just saying.
Well, you may not have that option to call her and tell her. Is what I'm telling you. So I'm gonna go away for a few minutes, make some copies, get your citation filled out. I'll come back.
Go ahead and do it. Go ahead
And
do
I'll check on you. Do you want to do the consent?
Yeah, it don't matter to me. I mean, whatever I have is that's the only bad thing I've ever done. According to me, as adult, you know what I mean. Everything else is it's just adult stuff,
Okay, we'll go ahead and do the paperwork. Okay, what was your address again? Oh, you didn't sign this one either where I changed the date. You can sign by the date.
Will I be transferred to Tennessee jail or would I be here?
You'll be taken to the jail here.
Warren County Regional Jail.
Now, is this an apartment or
It's a duplex.
a duplex? Is it marked by the...
It's not A or B. What's the other apartment number that's part of the duplex?
See, so if I had have never done this and turned around and just had some bad problems or something, would y'all would have still convicted me and done all that stuff too?
Pardon?
If I have it just turned around and just forgot about it and just said no and didn't call her or anything like that and went back home and just like my regular life, would y'all would have had anything with me?
What do you think?
I don't know.
What do you think you should have done?
Oh, now, I mean, sure, it should turn around, but I'm just saying, would y'all have went back to my house and got me?
It's very possible you may have gotten a visit. Okay, now you said it's an Aspire or Inspiron?
Aspire, I think.
How do you spell that?
Aspire.
Where's it usually located in the house?
In the bedroom.
Your bedroom?
Yeah. It's laying up. You'll see it, or if it's folded down. Watch it.
What other computer equipment did you say you had? A webcam?
Yeah.
What about a digital camera?
Yeah, I never used a digital camera much. It was too small.
But you have one that you'll allow us to look at?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only got pictures of faces, really. I just downloaded
Okay.
them all.
What else do you have? You have flash drives that you use?
I had a flash drive, but it didn't have anything porno on it or nothing. So, I mean, yes, sitting right there on the table.
Okay. So flash drive. What else do you use with the computer? Do you use CDs? Do you burn CDs?
I burn CDs with it, but not doing stuff like that.
Okay. So you'll have CDs at the house?
Of what?
Of anything. There will be CDs there, is what I'm asking.
It'll be music CDs. There'll be, there's me and the girl, we have a porno. We do some things, when we're having our fun.
Okay.
We have a love swing. It's, up in the air,
Mm-hmm.
It's got a hook in there. We put the swing in the closet,
Do you have a Game Boy or Xbox or anything like that?
He has a Nintendo, I think.
Does he?
Okay. Alright. You got the time, Philip?
2104.
Okay, I'm going to read this to you, okay? And you tell me if something doesn't sound right or we need to change it around, okay? I hereby consent to a complete search of the premises, property, or vehicle located at residence.
Which side is it? The left side or the right? If you're facing us.
And you turn in the stop light there, turn right. It's a cul-de-sac with
I mean, it's a duplex, but which side is it on?
right.
The right side.
Residence of Travis Fowler, Aspire laptop located in his bedroom, webcam, digital camera, flash drive, CDs, other computer-related equipment.
Yeah.
Do you understand what all that encompasses? Okay. Now, also, I'm going to add on here or written materials that may be around your laptop. Okay? Okay. I grant this consent to Catherine R. Reed, known to me to be an agent of the Office of the Attorney General, and to such other officers deemed necessary to assist. I know that I have a right to refuse to consent, and I voluntarily give up that right. I know that the agent does not have a search warrant. I have not been threatened or coerced in any way, nor have I been promised any favor or benefit. I have read this consent form, or it has been read to me, and I understand it. The date is 10/18/07, and the time is 21:04. I'm going to let you take a look at that, and then I'll give you an opportunity to sign it. Now, if you'll print your information there below it so we can read it. Okay. Thank you. need to use the restroom or anything? Is there one up here?
I don't think there may be. I'm not certain about that.
Okay, let me go check on that. I'll be right back with you. Yeah. Alright, I'll be right back, okay? Want to take those cutters?
Yeah. I'll keep them in there in case they need them again.
Somebody might need them. I got a couple of questions for you before we finish up here. These are the IDs that we found in your car, okay? Yeah. And they both have two different addresses than what you gave me. Can you explain that to me?
That's an old one that I had for a while. Okay. It broke. So when I changed addresses, I went and got one on the internet. And that's the last address that me and her lived at, but they haven't sent me anything that's updating my address from the internet, and I was going to go over to DMV and see what was going on.
But everything else on here is correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. He's going to take you up to the restroom and let you use the facilities, and then by the time you get finished with that, I should have your citation completed, and we'll be ready to get you over to the jail, okay? Aaron, I'll be right back.